When did passing someone a hidden note save your life? My mother expected me to be dying every single day, and when I wasn't sick enough, she made sure I was. Before I turned 10, she was just a worried parent who took me to the doctor for every sniffle and kept a thermometer in every room. My dad died when I was too young to remember him, so it was always just the two of us in our small apartment filled with medical journals and prescription bottles. She'd check my temperature 3 times a day and document every symptom in a notebook she carried everywhere. I thought all mothers were like this until I spent the night at a friend's house and realized their medicine cabinet had band-aids and cough syrup instead of blood pressure monitors and prescription pads. Everything changed the day I had a seizure on our 5th grade field trip to the science museum. I remember the fluorescent lights flickering above me and then waking up in an ambulance with my mother holding my hand so tight her nails left marks. The doctors ran every test imaginable but couldn't find a clear cause, and that uncertainty transformed my mother into someone I barely recognized. She started telling the doctors I'd been having episodes for months. None of it was true, but she spoke with such conviction that even I started doubting my own memory. Within weeks, she had me diagnosed with epilepsy, undifferentiated connective tissue disorder, and ADHD. She'd slip me Tylenol before appointments, claiming week-long fevers. She discovered that cold medicine raised heart rates and started giving it to me before cardiology visits, insisting I had a stuffy nose even when I could breathe perfectly fine. She'd take photos of normal bruises from playing outside and show them to specialists, claiming they appeared spontaneously. When I got bruises from a water slide at my cousin's birthday party, she rushed me to the emergency room and told them she suspected leukemia. I sat there while they drew vial after vial of blood, too confused and scared to tell them the truth. The medications made me feel worse than any illness ever could, turning my days into a blur of mood swings and morning nausea that kept me isolated from everyone I cared about. School became something other kids did while I lived in waiting rooms, letting specialists poke and prod my body for diseases my mother swore were there. Friends stopped calling because I was always at another appointment or too exhausted to pretend I was normal. At night, my mother would sit beside my bed whispering how brave I was, her words crawling under my skin as she pointed out symptoms I couldn't feel. She'd announce that I looked dizzy or my joints seemed swollen, planting her observations so deep in my mind that I lost track of what my own body was actually telling me. The only thing I could control was what I ate, so I started eating less and less. It gave me something that belonged to me alone, something she couldn't medicate or document. My weight dropped to 82 pounds, but she told doctors it was from my chronic illnesses affecting my digestion. I knew better, but I kept quiet because speaking up felt impossible. Everything shifted when I turned 13